Fiction Fellowship. Today we're going to be talking about Welcome to the Honey B&B by Melody Carlson. And this is kind of a light romance Christian fiction book that I thought looked really good, and it was really nice. I enjoyed it. Jewel and her daughter Cooper moved from San Jose to Oregon, where Jewel grew up, and she grew up on a farm. So they decide to move because Jewel's dad, CT, has early onset dementia, and her mom, Honey, is having a hard time taking care of him by herself. So Jewel and Cooper move there, and Jewel Cooper is a teenager, so she isn't really thrilled about the idea of uprooting from the city to the country. But Jewel is like, well, maybe it'll work out. So they get there, and Jewel had already sold her art business, and she sold her condo in San Jose, so she has quite a bit of money in the bank that she is thinking of, okay, what am I going to do with this? What can I invest in? So she decides to make the farmhouse a B&B, and then she decides to put a manufactured home on the property, kind of next to the farmhouse, for her mom and her dad to live in. So they kind of have a little bit more privacy, and that it's one level instead of two, just to make it a little bit better for her dad to get around. So then she meets the neighbor. His name is Miguel, and he has bought half of the property from CT, and so he does a lot of farm work and works with the cows and everything, working on fences. And so Jewel meets him, and she develops a little crush on him. But also, there's another guy that comes into her life. His name is Aaron, and he used to date her. And so now they meet each other because he is in the business of reconstruction, selling manufactured homes, all of that. So she starts working with him. Well, he wants to kind of rekindle what they had in the past. And she's like, well, she's not really feeling it, but she wants to be nice and doesn't want to, ruin everything with the business and everything. So she goes on a couple dates with him, even though she doesn't really feel like they're dates, but he does. And so he gets kind of just a little bit controlling, and he doesn't like Miguel because that is his ex-brother-in-law. So there's a little bit of drama there, but it's such a cute story. And so it talks about like farm life and everything. And I really kind of wish that it talked more about the B&B, because they don't actually open the B&B until like the end of the story. So I kind of wish it was a little bit more where the B&B had opened maybe in the middle of the story and then it talked about that. But you never know, maybe she could have a book number 2 to start, and it starts like, well, the B&B is open, and then it's the journey through that and everything. But I don't know, we'll see. I don't know if she wants to do a book number 2 or if this is just a standalone or what. But it's a little bit sad because it talks about the dementia that CT has, and how he just forgets everything, and that sometimes he's lost and sometimes he doesn't know who Jewel and Cooper are. And that's really sad. A lot of people go through that with their parents or their grandparents. So there was a little sad part of the story, but overall it was cute. I think you'll enjoy it. So let me know what you think, and if there's any good books that you think I should be reading, let me know. We'll see you next time.